Hello guys, before I start this response, let me introduce the new me look. Well, here I am. It took me a while to finally have a new version of myself, but anyways. Today I'm going to respond to Yunoki's video on the situation, and note, please do not go after the person I am criticizing in this video. Thanks, and enjoy. Recently, Yunoki dropped a video called There's Something I Need to Get Off of My Chest. According to this video, she claims that the person was a harasser once again, but also cannot realize that Melly wasn't a bad person, and instead she entirely say things that quote-unquote make her life suffer. For that, Melly is doing better without this drama, so that will mean I can prove Yunoki wrong. Now, let's head to her video, and see if I can prove her wrong fully.
There's something that I need to get off my chest, as it has been bothering me for years. Please know that the story is based on actual accounts of mine and others' actual experience with the individual involved in the stories from my mind. And I'll not be naming anyone else in this story either.
So, what she said is not to harass anyone even though she got after my friend for things that isn't her fault, and yet I've been here to save her life and not to support such offensive individuals like Yunoki or Getsi, which also made a document too, and have doxed Melly.
As a result, I decided to make a video to not only clear my name from the false accusations to a former online friend of mine has been spreading against me online, but to also share a Google Drive document containing evidence of her harassment towards me that will be linked in the description and comments in the video below. And after that, move on from her in the past, despite living a very decent life and doing my best to redeem myself to become a better person, both online and real life, and focus on fulfilling one of my lifelong dreams to have my own baccalaureate.
I have to admit how terrible her speech is, cause she is poorly speaking English as possible, yet poorly is what I am saying here.
But first, let me tell you about the story which is still ongoing even to this day. Long story short, I first met this former friend when we both used to be a part of a former online friend group at the time, whom everyone including I but her have since moved on from for good.
Who's him, do you mean her?
Nowadays, I have since moved on from that friend group, seeing that several members were good friends with to this day are now primarily focused on school, art, and other games that they enjoy. However, the main problem I had with her, which led to me cutting ties with her as a friend last year, was because of her narcissistic personality, her inability to handle criticism, and move on from the past. Speaking of the reason why I cut ties with her, one of them was like, instead of simply ignoring the people who just simply called her out for their attitude online, she caused a lot of trouble by cyberbullying and bickering with them over some small and unimportant things.
She was not cyberbullying people online. She is just struggling with issues which could be her anxiety, and disrespecting anxiety is wrong in many meanings.
It all started when she started causing trouble by cyberbullying, bickering, and name-calling others in the Discord server.
Correction, her haters started cyberbullying, and name-calling her in the Alexia Discord server. It did end up with Melly's suicidal problems in result if you don't understand.
And one of her victims was a mutual friend of ours, who I remain good friends with to this day, and has since moved on from her. Which led to an anonymous individual exposing her actions to spread awareness of her harassment towards her former friend group. Just later she started to cyberbully me after I cut ties with her as a friend, which led to her original channel being banned.
Melly only got banned for copyright fraud, because according to her channel page, it said another account was violating the terms, so that means Melly did nothing, and it was a different channel instead.
Later, I had to vent about her to my parents, who were also as angry as I am about her.
Being angry isn't going to solve anything, especially your parents just didn't treat you well and instead made you hate Melly for eternal reasons, and just won't shut up about her, and that's why I have to constant you to make an apology, but instead you said no.
On the day before last Christmas, she banned me after her new channel got banned, to the point I got depressed and my thoughts worsened to the point I thought about game ending myself, all because of her.
Bro, you're literally faking your depression and claim that she banned you. What are you on about, girl? You can't just lie in front of an audience of children.
Instead, she played the victim card to gain sympathy, even though she's the one who hurt me and others for years.
Incorrect. Melly was the victim to the SF community, being played by them for no reason, and yet even some sended an SFW at her to make her go away, which isn't the right thing to do, and it's the act of child-on-child pizza assault.
Months later, one of her mutual friends shared screenshots of him being cyberbullied by her over his coming out as a bi, to the point he got depressed and created the LGBT community over her cyberbullying.
Let me tell you something, Melly is a conservative person. She has no support to anything that is woke, and the reason is because her family and herself hated the woke things the world has brought to her lifestyle, and yet Melly had freedom to hate on any woke thing, and not get cancelled by the internet doing it. But yet some people threaten her for being phobic, when phobia means fear of something, not hate towards something.
Instead, she made false accusations against me with no valid evidence during her claims in which she mentioned my past in order to try to get back at me by putting me in a way that isn't representative of who I am today.
The allegations on you proven you to be a bad person, and yet what you are today is worse than what you were previously, because back then you bullied a Gashatuber, but apologized in result, along with that you called her document false, when she called yours false because all you did is screenshot with Photoshop.
Just because I cut ties with her and wanted nothing to do with her anymore, after I saw her victims speaking the truth about how she was harassing them. Her false accusations is not only hurting my self-worth, but those of actual narcissistic abuse and cyberbullying victims as well. This isn't the first time my ex-friend has done this to me and others, but I hope she takes accountability for her actions before it's too late.
It's not too late. Melly is still alive, and she isn't killed by a SWAT team which Yunoki is trying to bring to her household. But in the end, nothing happened, because Melly was doing okay. She was fine, and nobody did anything to her at all. So Melly still has a chance to speak out.
However, giving credit to the playing the victim card after lashing out at others who called her out for doing horrible things online, I don't think that this situation is going to be resolved any sooner. Additionally, I would appreciate it if you do not engage with people like her. I mean, do not engage with her, she's not worth it. So yeah, I just want this girl to leave me alone, and I want you to stop acting like anyone else is harassing anyone here except for her towards me. I hope this can be the last time we can hear or have to talk about her. I mean, I want nothing to do with her anymore. I wish she would keep my name out of her mouth and then we could move on. Please let us free from drama. No more! No more drama anymore!
Just friend Melly, and end the drama completely instead of making so many hate documents to get her to literally end her life. Girl.
Anyways, if you are influenced or are victims of school bullying or cyberbullying, please call the following numbers above.
This isn't helpful. This is a scam.
On the other hand, please do not engage with or harass anyone mentioned in my video rant. That's all I have to say.
Okay, that's the entire Yunoki video. And since I made response words against it, I want to address anything to say to those who hate on Melly. Melly has done nothing to you guys, and yet you guys still kept this drama going. And all of you say that Melly started the drama, when it's not nice to pick on her saying she's the problem in the human society. And now that I found out about what you did to her, it's better to leave her alone and stop making her life worse. She's a human being, and a human being has feelings, so nobody has an intention to go after her and her existence. At all. Plus, making a document exposing a person just makes this worse, and it's not right to make people believe you're a good person, and you have a reason to expose the person for things that yet isn't even wrongfully done. And yet in defense, Melly deserved better, and you haters just need to let them have peace instead of just rambling about her channel, Discord, Twitter, and her other socials. And to Yunoki, once again, just look back at your document. Regret everything you put in this entire essay of words and pictures, delete it entirely, and think about maybe being nice to Melly is better than being mean to her, and, lastly, don't report them to the SWAT team. Ever. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone to stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy, and remember to not engage in any situations of my friend and Yunoki. Only let Melly figure out what happened, and then respond to Yunoki for the time being. Goodbye, Isabella fans.